Before I start the video, guys, I just want to let you know that I do have a gaming channel, and you guys can check that out by going to the link in the description below. All my gaming content will be uploaded to this channel. Obviously, I'm still running my tech channel, so I'm not going to upload to this as much. I also do have a Sergeant's Gaming Live channel, which all my live streams from Twitch will be converted over to here, so it's more of an archive, but it's also just in case you miss a live stream. I also have a Twitch channel. You guys can check that out in the link in the description below. I will be live streaming to this. It's just not going to be like all the time, so I don't actually have a schedule right now. If you guys want to go subscribe to it for future preference, I guess you could say, then there will be a link in the description below. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video and have fun. Hey, what's going on, guys? Sergeant's Tech Tips, and welcome to another video on my channel. Now in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at MX Linux 21.1. I think it's KDE. Let me just double check. Yeah, right here, KDE times 64. Then we'll be taking a look at the regular version. I'm pretty sure KDE is supposed to be more lightweight, so I could be wrong. It could have more features. This might be the less lightweight, but from what I remember, KDE is the more lightweight variant of MX Linux. So let's go ahead and get VMware launched up, and we'll create a new virtual machine. We'll just do typical as we usually do. We will do KDE for the ISO file. Obviously, it's just going to pick Ubuntu. So this is going to be MX Linux 21.1 KDE times 64. Next, whoops. 20 gigs is probably fine. I usually do the single file. I'm thinking 4 gigs of RAM, 2 cores is probably going to be enough. So let's finish that up. Let's go ahead and power on the virtual machine. Click yes on the UAC. You probably did not see that. Now if I go ahead and make this bigger so we can see it a little bit better, now we can kind of choose. So we're going to click enter on the keyboard and launch into MX Linux 21.1 KDE, which the code name for it, as you can see on the screen, is Wildflower. And here we are in MX Linux Wildflower 21. This is a KDE variant. As you can see, it actually looks a little different from the last version we looked at. And here we have our system monitor. But we're going to go ahead and install it, and then we'll take a look at it. So let's go ahead and click the installer. MX Linux is independent Linux distribution based on the Debian stable. So we're just going to go ahead and click next. Yep, we're just going to install it to the 20 gigabyte partition I made it. Yeah, master boot record's fine. Computer name is going to be blank. We'll just leave that as is. New York is fine for the time zone. Then username is going to be Sergeant's Tech Tips. And obviously the password is going to be root as always. We're going to do auto login. Click next. And we're going to let it install, and we'll be back once it's done installing. Alrighty, installation is complete. Automatically reboot the system when the installer is closed. So if I click finish, it's going to reboot to the installer, and it's probably going to ask me to remove the installation video, which I cannot do. Yep, as there it is. I can't do that because we're on a virtual machine. So now we can launch into MX Linux 21 Wildflower. And it looks like here's the boot up screen. It says welcome to Plasma on the bottom. That was actually new. I don't remember that in the last one. That screen's probably going to pop up right here. It's going to give us some about information. It's going to give you some information about your system as well. And then here's some like the FAQ, the user's manual, the wiki, the tools. You can tweak it, all that stuff. So you can actually turn this on if you want it to show dialog at startup, or you can just click close and it won't pop back up if you reboot the system. So starting off, if we go to the right, you can see right bottom hand corner, we have the calendar, which looks a little different. We also have updates, which we're not going to do. We have battery and brightness, disks and devices, KDE Connect clipboard, keyboard indicator, and night color control. We also have Bluetooth, and we obviously have sound. We have our clipboard, which here is our system information, which system monitor, so it's basically task manager like you would have in Windows. Also have our system load, so if I do stuff, the system will kind of go up in use, but it looks like it's kind of using the first core first anyway. We also have memory, how much is being used, and then we also have network history, which we're not actually using network, so that won't do anything. You do that. So if you right click on the desktop, you get configure desktop and wallpaper, open with Dolphin, create new. So you can create a folder, text file, HTML file, LibreOffice stuff, link to location, so you could do like a URL, so if you wanted to do google.com, basic link to file or directory, and link to application. You also have icons, so you can sort by, you can change the icon size, you can arrange in, you can align them to the right or left, or you can kind of lock the icons. You also have refresh desktop, which you can also interact with if you just click F5, which it doesn't look like it needs to do much. You also have show KRunner, add widgets, add widgets, add panel, show activity switcher, enter edit mode, which is Alt DE. Oh, you can add widgets and stuff. Oh, look at that. You can add whoops. Got a little analog clock right here. Look at that. That's actually pretty neat. Looks like you can resize it as well, so if you want it to be really big or really small, you could kind of decide. It kind of reminds me of Windows Vista. But you also have the clock up here, so you don't really need to have that. So now if we actually click the X here, it'll leave that. Can actually close out of that. Now if we right-click on this, widget remove. Analog clock has been removed. Okay, that's fine. You can also click the undo, which is nice. We also have show activity switcher, enter edit mode, as I was just saying, lock screen, and then leave. So if we click leave, it'll allow us to shut down, reboot, or suspend. So we're just going to click escape. Oh, you have different desktops. So if we had Mozilla, for example, opened up on the first desktop once it opens. So say we have Mozilla open on the first desktop, then we click 2, it's not there anymore. I do like this menu, I guess you could say. It's sort of like a start menu, but it's really not. It's just allowing you to pick applications. So you have your recent applications, recent files, you have your games, graphics, internet, multimedia, MX tools, which it looks like there's quite a bit. Looks like most of those we've looked into. We got Office, which most Linux operating systems have LibreOffice pre-installed. We also have Science and Math, which looks like to be LibreOffice Math. We have settings, we have ad block, all this fun stuff. We also saw iDevice mounter, so you can mount like an iPad or an iPhone or an iPod to your MX operating system, or your Linux operating system. We saw that in the last version of MX Linux. I don't remember seeing that in Mint. I'd have to go back and look. Once we have system, we have some system controls. We also have utility. We have Arc, Conky Manager, iDevice mounter, Kcalc, which I'm guessing is a calculator. We have help, power, and session. So we could just do it from here if we wanted to. We could also do it from the left here. Here we have quick system info, K system guard, I'm not sure what that is, console, which is spelled with a K, which is interesting. We have MX user manual, which is up here. We have MX package installer, which is the updater for MX Linux. We have MX tools, LibreOffice, and Conky toggle. So let's start with Conky toggle. What is that? No, it doesn't look like it's going to work. All right, that's fine. Let's LibreOffice. We already know what LibreOffice looks like, but let's see if it launches. Yeah, LibreOffice is actually a really good program. So we also have, it looks to be MX Tools here. So we have, okay, so this is basically what we saw in the last version, so I'm not going to go through this, but I'll give you guys a little tour if you guys want to just look through this, so I'll be quiet for a second, and you guys can take a look at it. These are just basically the stuff we saw in MX Linux Fluxbox. That's why I'm not going to go through it. So yeah, we're not going to go through that. That's all basically stuff we've already looked at. What else we got here? MX Package Installer, which is the updater. I'll show you what that looks like. I am not connected to the internet, so I won't be able to update. But you can update certain packages, or you can manage them. You also have Stable Repo, MX Test Repository. That's what repo stands for, is repository. Flatpaks, Debian backports. I'm still not sure what that is. We also have quick system info, which will give you some quick system information. It's just going to run some code in the console. And then it's going to copy it to your clipboard. So if we actually go down here to clipboard, click this, your clipboard. So if we go here to create new text file, this is going to be system info. Now if we double click it, it's going to bring us into the application, and then we can just Control V, and then boom, here's all of our system information. So that's what the quick system info does. Now if we take a look at the applications, you can see you got recent files as well, which is that system info file we were just looking at. If we go to games, we got K Maho. I don't actually know how to pronounce that, so I'm not going to try. Yeah, this is a game I would have played on like Windows 7 or Windows Vista. Bam. And then we go, hold on. I've played this game before. I know I can do it. This game takes a lot of thinking and time. So if you don't have time, do not play this game because it is very addicting at times. No, that's a single. Another game we got is K Mines. So this is probably going to be like Minesweeper. Yeah. Never played this before, I promise. That's going to be a mine, guaranteed. Yeah, okay. Yeah, see, it was a mine. What else is there for games? We got K Pseudo. I think Pseudo's like a... I think you have to like find numbers or something. I'm not sure how to play that, but that's Pseudo. I've never played Pseudo, so I'm not sure how that plays. L Breakout 2. What is this? Local game. Resume last game. Start original set. Oh! You gotta catch the ball. We got Peg E. What is this? I think you just have to kind of get all the pegs over. That's an interesting game that actually looks really fun. So that's it for games. We got graphics, which is Digicam, which is the webcam program. Oh, wait, no, this is a image viewer, I think. Yeah, okay. WinView? What is this? I don't know if this is in the last one. Pictures. Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe it's just another viewer for images or like PDF files or something. I'm not 100% sure. We got Ocular. I don't know what this is. I'm not sure what Ocular is. If you guys could let me know in the comments below, that'd be amazing, because it might be something useful. We got Laws Paint, which is probably just going to be like the paint program in Windows. Yeah. Oh, it's kind of more like, what do they call it? Paint.net. That's kind of what this program reminds me of. Yeah, I don't know. It's sort of like Paint. So we got Internet, we got Firefox, KDE Connect, KDE SMS. We got a KTorrent, Thunderbird, which is an email service. We have KTorrent, which I'm going to assume is like uTorrent, so it's a torrent program. I don't know what it looks like. I think you just kind of put it, yeah, you just put a torrent and you can start torrenting. For multimedia, we got Alsla Mixer. I have no idea what that does or what it's supposed to do. We got Clementine, which looks to be a music player. We got K3B, no DVD, Blu-ray drive found. Oh, it's a creator. Okay, so you basically burn with it. It's a burning program. We got VLC media player, which is usually on Linux. That just plays movies. You can actually play Blu-rays with it, but you do need to download a extension. I don't think you have to pay for it, but I do know you need to download it. And a Pulse audio volume control. I'm pretty sure this was in MX Linux. Yeah, this is just an audio controller. Okay. We also have Science and Math, which we already looked at. We got AdBlock, which is a built-in ad blocker, which we did mention in the last episode, which I thought was really cool. All right, so we also have System Keyboard, System Local, System Settings, which will bring us to the Settings pane, which you guys should be pretty familiar with. We looked at this in the last episode. I don't know if it was the same as this one. Yes, we were already looking at this. So we got Energy Saving, Screen Locking, Users. You can view your active users. You also have KDE Wallet. Maybe it saves card information, so when you go to pay, it's just there, which would be pretty dope. System information, so give you some information. As you can see, it says you also have power management, so you can turn when the screen's going to turn off. For network stuff, you got connections. You got cursors, so you can change your cursors, which I don't think you're going to, okay. But you can do like I don't know how to pronounce these, but I want to say a Adawada? Something like that. But you can actually change your cursors. You get like yellow, Zio. We have icon pack, so you can change your icon pack. You can do breeze, apply. But yeah, you can change that. So got fonts, you can change the font information. If you want to adjust fonts, I'm sure you can install fonts through here somewhere. You have colors, so if I wanted to do a dark mode, we could do this one. Apply, give it a second. And then we got dark mode, which that does actually look really good. We have global theme, so we could do breeze dark, MX, MX dark, or breeze. See what breeze dark looks like. Yeah, the shade of dark is a little different, but not by much. What's that, plasma style? I'm not sure what that changed. Maybe it changed like widgets and stuff, and then it looks like it changes icons down here as well. G-Smart control. Actually, not sure what this is. Oh, it looks like you can view health information on your hard drive. So if you have a hard drive that you think's dying, you can view the health information. Linux may or may not be able to tell you if there's something wrong with it. Dolphin, I'm pretty sure, is the file explorer. Yes. Yes, it is, and it's a very nice-looking file explorer, if you ask me. Utilities. We have kwrite, kfind, kcalc, which is the calculator, which I do always tend to look at in each episode. I don't know if I looked at it in the last episode, but it looks pretty much the same. Kate. What is Kate? Yeah, I think it's just a programming tool. Maybe you can make programs or something with it. I'm not sure what Kate is. You guys could let me know in the comments below. I think we looked at that the last episode as well. K-Wallet Manager, we already looked at. HeyTop, what is this? HTOP, not HeyTop. Oh, it just looks to be a system resource monitor. It just gives you the amount of cores that's being used, the swap between the RAM, and then how much memory is being used. Very cool. It probably gives you more of an in-depth thing of what's actually going on in the background. Okay, yeah, we looked at this last episode. It just gives you like a representation of what's used and what's not used on your hard disk or your solid state. Let's go ahead and check out the wallpapers before we end the episode. So if we go to Change Desktop and Wallpaper, we get all these wallpapers. This one's neat. Apply. That one is really nice. Now you can actually see that a little bit better. We have MX Dots. Oh, that was actually pretty neat. We got MX Spotlight. Can I just double click it and it'll apply? Nope. We got MX Spotlight. So it's like a Spotlight but with MX Linux logo. These all look pretty similar to the last version of MX Linux we looked at. And I'm pretty sure we left on this one because that was actually one of my favorite wallpapers. That is MX Linux 21.1 KDE. We finally installed it and looked at it. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please drop a like on the video. It would mean a lot to me. If you guys did not enjoy the video, please drop a dislike. Let me know in the comments below why you didn't like it or why you did like it. If you guys want me to look at a certain Linux operating system or distribution, let me know in the comments below. I'll see you guys next video, and peace.